if you accidentally clicked on this due to the title Masochism, Hokey, Chokey, this may not be the video that you're looking for. But thanks so much for stopping by. Happy trails to you. If you decide to stay, please be aware that this is about to get really, really weird. I may have oversold that. Let's jump right on into Shenanigans Creek. Our subject today is a current trend in advocacy, which I've heard referred to as a soft discrimination of low expectations. This can be performed by really, really well-meaning people who just miss the nail when they go to hit it. This can also be sorry for the stuttering, I'm even trying to read off a script. This can also be performed by people who don't mean well, and in fact, don't actually give a crap. We will get to them at, hopefully within the next point. There's a phrase, low expectations, wherein you praise people who you consider disabled due to a medical condition for things like reading or washing out a coffee mug, while you act like they can't even tie their own shoes, or like going outdoors to go pick up a gallon of milk is more difficult than it actually is. Disclaimer, I have been in a place where I have had to fight to get fed properly because I have medical conditions where you need a certain type of diet as well as some medication to actually improve, not just one or the other. And I got this way, and I actually managed to figure out how to do this by learning how to speak to my doctors, which was difficult at first, and some doctors actually treated me as if I couldn't go walk across the room all by myself and needed to be, oh, well, you need to be taken care of, and by the way, you'll never do this and you'll never do that. And because I'm polite and I watch a lot of British television, please do understand that this is... So I actually had to say, hey, listen, Dr. So-and-so, this isn't really working. I am not a wall I'm not a wall. Throwing everything at me and wondering what will stick is not going to work. Finally, we figured that out. What we found out was a certain medication and a diet called the ketogenic diet to go along with my no gluten diet. That is no rice, no wheat, no rye, and no barley, which was originally done for people who have epilepsy, children. Now, for more information, please see below. There's an organization called the Daisy Chain. I was in a lot of pain. I'm still improving. I still have a lot of work to do. But gosh, you should have seen me a decade ago, just 3 years ago. When I had my last seizure 3 years ago, I also had to have oral surgery that year as a seizure had resulted in 6 broken teeth and a jaw injury. And it's still not completely right, and I still culture, but I'm getting there. Now the physical stuff is going well, but the emotional stuff, like trying to learn when to say, sorry for the hand, not my circus, not my monkeys, in both English and Polish, which I will try again next time. My accent is terrible. Well, that's always been tough, and that really hasn't helped me feel better. I'm so sorry. And low expectations. People act like adapting is impossible. You're as good as you're gonna get, and also you're a terrible person because this. I'm not saying make yourself fit into a box. I am saying that there is a need to say to your medical staff, something's not right here. I have tried this, 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 and this. But I have heard of this. And we have tried everything else. What about? And also, beware of people. Now, some doctors might actually do this as well. Oh, well, you can't do anything. Drop that doctor like a hot potato. And anyone else in your life who treats things like finishing a degree, making brownies, going to pick up a gallon of milk as, oh, well, you can't possibly do that. There may come a time when you need to drop them like a hot potato, which is difficult. You may have to build a unique road to accomplish a common or long-term goal. And if someone says to you, oh, but that's so difficult, you can't possibly do this. Epilepsy is flipping difficult. Maintaining control, life has things all over the place that are difficult. I have a hatred of cross stitch. Oh, good Lord, I have a hatred of cross stitch. Because it's sedentary. And it's, well, mostly because it's sedentary. And it's too slow, so I get frustrated, and I have an inability to speak without my hands, or without a whole lot of animation, or umming. I am considering putting in a counter that bings every time I or I move the camera in a really, really shaky way. I'm very sorry for that, or every time I apologize, which I'm trying to quit. I also would not be able to tango up Mount Everest. And I won't ever be able to dance gracefully. But I can dance enthusiastically. But terribly. I would consider dancing gracefully, let alone up a mountain, to be impossible. And that's okay. Sometimes people bubble wrap you, and it's okay to tell them, hey, listen, this is bloody annoying. No. Let me breathe. Let me try. Let me learn to handle this thing or that. Let me fail so I can go about things differently. Or let me show you that I can succeed. Now, mind you, I don't have anything against bubble wrap. It is a wonderful tool, and not just for packing fragile items. The tactile bubbles and that popping sound are fantastic. Great way to relieve stress. But as a literal outfit, like the one that I'm going to be including, I cannot imagine comfort. I can imagine being rather itchy, sweaty, and stinky in about 0.2 seconds. Your cup of tea is not my cup of tea, and that's okay. The whole point of life is to learn by doing. If I want to learn about plants, I will want my hands in the earth. Not someone simply putting dirt in a cup and saying, well, that's a baby pine tree. Show me. Don't tell me, show me. When help comes with someone doubting that you can wipe your own nose, it stops being help. Please let people know what you can do. Please be there if they ask for help, and please try not to be terrified about asking for help, but don't pour weed killer on the sapling before it can grow. Thanks for those who have stood with me. To those who have let me fight, to those who have fought with and beside me, and not for me. And I am truly a stubborn ass, so I really appreciate it. And have watched me grow and fortified me with love and coffee. I thank you, I adore you, and thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.